Hello Aries, I'm Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Aries for the month of November. As always, we will do 4 card readings for your sign, and these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos in the same session that are connected to each other. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. So Aries, here we go for your Lenormand card reading for November 2021. Hello Aries, and welcome to the shell or the water group for your Lenormand card reading for November 2021. The first card we see here is the card, the cross, sorry. Here we see that we must be patient because the cross is the card of time. This means that this card don't let things happen before its time. Also, there's a kind of guidance on this card. Something is guiding us here. We need to go within. Probably we need to learn some structures also in our life. We are guided towards those structures. Maybe we need to go into certain topics. We need to understand our own depths here. Maybe we need to understand our own restrictions also. This is what we see here. If it's possible also that you ask somebody to help you, maybe you're literally on some crossroads in your life. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also there's a certain focus in some areas on our life, or we need to focus. Anyway, we need to find some ways to cope, to find the right directions. Maybe sometimes we feel burdened about certain things in our life. Maybe there are too many structures in our life, or maybe not enough here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe there are certain principles we want to change in our life. Maybe we want to change direction in certain areas on our life. This is what we are seeing. Maybe we are burdened at the moment and we want to solve these burdens. This is what we see here. The cross also learns us a lot. So it means from the current situation and from the choices that we need to make, we will learn a lot now. Then the central card is the Tower. Here we see that mostly with this combination, we take care of our own health here. The Tower is the card of also, it's also related to time, to restrictions, to crossing borders, to abroad, certain limitations that we have, certain restrictions that we have. It gives us a general overview. We need to see the things in a broader perspective. Maybe we need to take some distance in some time, in some area of our life to get the bigger picture before we take certain decisions. Maybe we need to have certain patience and discipline to see certain results about the changes we're about to go in. Then we go in the horizontal lines. We have the cross and the fish here. Oh no, we're just gonna mirror them first. We're gonna mirror the cross and the sun here. Here we see that maybe there's some change of fate or renewal of fate here. There's maybe more optimism coming, especially with the fish in the middle. It points to a lot. So maybe there's more optimism coming here. Also, probably we are grateful for some changes, or something is about to change. There's something divine about us. It's possible also that that we overcome certain issues in the coming month. Maybe it's already going on for a while, and now it's maybe the time to change. This success may not be easy achieved here. Maybe the success, it comes with certain responsibilities here, but there is improvement after a difficult time. Normally, this is what this combination tells us about. Anyway, you will probably also feel more energetic, especially with the fish. The fish is many a lot. There could be some pressure here for getting success. Maybe you pressure yourself for success, or maybe you're pressured by somebody else here. Anyway, there's a destiny here. If we want triumph, we can have success, but we need to do efforts for it here. Anyway, this combination also eases the suffering here. Maybe also you become aware that you think in certain patterns and you want to get rid of these thinking patterns. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you think in a certain structural way and you think this is past and you want to go beyond this. You want to think in a different way here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we're going to mirror the garden and the crossroads here. Here we see if we are maybe we are going in a different direction in our life, but with the clouds, there are two ways. There's a very strong focus on it, or we cannot see clearly where we are going. But in general, maybe in this combination, there is a strong focus. There's a strong focus on the changes here, on a job move. So, and if you want with this combination here, you can have a strong focus. Maybe there's a leave, you leave a certain place, a place you have been for a long time. Maybe you're considering going to another city, or maybe even you cross borders. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we are encouraged here to focus here, to open new doors. Maybe literally we go on the road and maybe we are moving around for a while till we actually know where we are going. But if we move around, it will be probably restricted to certain areas because the tower has certain restrictions here. Anyway, what this points more to is that we find a lot of freedom in our social circle. There's a lot of networking. Maybe things go open or become more clear by the public, by opening to new networks. Anyway, there's a lot of opportunities here, but we need to focus on them here also. It's possible that in a way, this decision that you need to make, it's politically influenced here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, this can point to multiculturalism, that we come in contact with a lot of people or from different communities. This is what we are seeing. Or there's an alternative culture here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes this points to a different point of view, a point of view sometimes that is advanced in its time, or you can do, if you go out of certain restrictions in your life, you can really think in advance here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you should think before you move. You cannot act here. You need to think and you need to be aware of the consequences and the restrictions. But it doesn't mean that you cannot think innovative. You can think very innovative here with this combination. Then we go in the horizontal lines. We have the cross and the fish here. It's possible that you had a difficult time, a difficult financial time before, but there is since we have the sun here, the sun is a real positive card. Sometimes the sun, it really tests our backbone, how strong we are resilient. This is what we are seeing here. The sun is an all-over positive card. It's also stimulating our creativity. This is what we see here. Even if we have difficulties for meeting ends, we sometimes have the possibility here to find constructive ways to meet ends. Even if it's difficult here, we find certain solution. Anyway, there's a positive thing here going on here for moving forward. Even if it's difficult, in a way, there's a possibility here. There will be financial responsibilities here because this combination comes with financial responsibilities. And what is also possible is that you have final responsibilities for or you are responsible for other people's finances. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that you have certain regrets about things in your life. This is what we see here. It's possible that you have a good sense, or you are a spiritual worker. Maybe you work for a church community or a spiritual community, and you guide other people that have financial problems. This is what we are seeing. Here sometimes with this combination, there is too much money or not enough. So it's both here a little bit, but anyway, there is money here included. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this point also that sometimes we want to see ourselves, how good we function, or how well our ego or our personality function in society. Sometimes we test ourselves here, how we do in the community, in out there, and sometimes we will withdraw for thinking about the process here also. This is what we are seeing here. If you have financial difficulties now, they will be solved, and it's like something is destined here. If you had some issues before, it was destined to be, and you need to learn about this. And later on in life, this will work out in your advantage, because the cross teaches us something that later on is in our advantage in life. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, with this combination also, sometimes we have certain funds. We have certain funds, but it's like we cannot reach them. Maybe the money is in abroad, it's in closed accounts, but it's fixed. The money, it's there, it's yours, but it's like you cannot reach it immediately. But it will work out because you have the sun here. Maybe the money need to cross borders, or it's fixed in another country. There are certain restrictions here, but this is only temporary. The money will come available later on. This is what we see here also. The money is literally in your destiny here with this combination. Anyway, it could also point, if the money comes available, that you invest in something that you really believe in. It's like you invest here in your faith. That's why you need to reflect on things before you act. You need to see here exactly where you are going here. Anyway, if you have certain convictions, they mean a lot to you. They are very important for you, and probably you will go for it. No matter if it's faith, spirituality, your work, here you will go for it if probably these funds are available. And probably these funds, they open doors for you and you can go in another direction. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes these people with this combination, they literally preach things, or they share things. They can teach others things. But it's also a form of preaching here that we are seeing here, but in a positive way, that we teach others. There are many forms of preaching or teaching others. Anyway, this points also, you need to take care of yourself, of your health. You need to see you have enough sunlight here. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible also some of the people of this group are maybe brought up in a very strict or religious spirituality community. This is what we see here, what we are seeing here. Since maybe some people of this group, they experienced a lot of pain when they were younger, not necessarily physical pain, but mental pain. And it's because of this experience that they are able to help others, because they know how it feels. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, it's possible also, it's if some people try to push up certain beliefs or religion or spirituality on you, that you say, no, this is not going that far. Here there are certain restrictions, things where you don't go. It's possible if you make investments in yourself, in a certain project or a certain study that you want to do, that the project costs you more than you expect. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, there are here we have also high standards. Even to relationships, we have high standards here. There need to be there need to be specific elements that need to be there. Sometimes this points that we want to find the perfect partner, and as we know, perfect is hard to find, or let's say it don't exist. Anyway, we also will learn here with this combination that there is a gray zone in life. Maybe we are thinking in black and white patterns, and we need to stop this black and white thinking. Here also we are confronted with the gray zone. So here we learn that there is a gray zone. In a way, also this could point that you work with animals for others' well-being. For instance, I just give a simple example. Some people with this combination literally work with dolphins, because dolphins are very smart, and they help others with working with animals. So they work with animals, and the animals are a way to reach others. So this is what we see here. For instance, with dolphins, dolphins are very high intelligence. They have a 20% brain use here. We know this. and they are very easy to connect with people who have connection problems. This is just an example what I'm seeing here, but there are many pets here or animals that could bring you in the open and others to you, or you let them make connections. This is like a guide here that we are seeing here. Then we have the fish and the sun here. Here we see that there is prosperity, there is money coming to you, it's waiting for you here. There is success also coming to you. You will also notice that some people are sexually attracted to you. The sun and the fish is a very sexual attraction, but maybe you have certain restrictions about that. Maybe you don't want to go into it, but the attraction is there here. This is what we see here. You could have success. There's emotional heights here that we are seeing here. You could have a lot of happiness. There's entertainment if you want to. But since we have the cross there, it will all be limited, or we will be limiting it ourselves. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the second horizontal line. We have the letter and the tower here. The letter and the tower here is that news is coming back. It could be news from the past, because the tower is returning. Things that we achieved before that we not completed, or some things that we completed in a good way, is coming back to us. So this is news from the past. It could be related to deeds, documents. This is like money. The letter is not just a regular email. It's a substantial document. It's a deed, a bond, something that we can translate in money, like a degree. We can translate that in money because we find a job. And this could be a job combination, this one here, because the fox, it represents the job. So it's possible that you need to use your degree. Maybe it's under the dust. You need to de-dust it here for applying for a job. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to official news, official documentation, legal documents you need to represent for your work. This is what we are seeing here. It's important that you present these documents, or that you have these documents available related to work, to business. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There's also possible that there's a letter from authority coming to you. You need some kind of permit for advancing here. This is what we are seeing here. We see here also that probably we need to do things on our own for the moment. We need to collect, we need to work on our own here. It's possible also that you put limitations, that you say that you don't want certain things in life, and you are aware what you don't want. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the tower and the fox here. It's possible before you had some issues with government authorities, father figures. Here, this is what we are seeing, and they were not correct to you. They were incorrect for you. There was like a deception. Something was not is not happened correct, and this coming back to you now. Maybe you are confronted with this things that happened to you in before, and you're very suspicious now about this. In a way, this can also point to a business, that you work for a business, you have your own business, and it's possible that if you go into a job, that somebody recontacts you for doing the same job. And maybe that's why you put the restrictions, because you have some experience. And maybe you tell to those people, if you go there, these and that are the limits. So this is what we see here with this combination. You put up certain boundaries with those people for a work because you have experience. It could also point to somebody who works officially for the government here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you need to do this project on your own because the tower is alone. So it's possible that you are responsible, or that you work alone on this project. It would can also put you in charge of authorities here, that you are the official authority here for this project. Anyway, here we see that we need to take care of ourselves. Probably also you need seclusion. You cannot have too much noise around you for this work. You need to be alone here with this combination. It's possible also that we need some quietness to work, and we choose to do so. Then we have the third line. We have the garden, the clouds, and the crossroads. Here we see that we have certain disagreements, maybe disagreements in public. Some people tell you some things in public and you disagree. And because of these public arguments, you go in another direction. Here, It's possible also that we operate in certain social circles, because the garden is the social circles, and that you don't feel very good there. You have the feeling that something is going on there. It's like if you interact with these people or these groups, it's like a messy situation here. It's possible that you have the feeling, or you literally are deceived, or people are lying to you, and you know or you don't know. If you don't know, you need to be careful here that people don't lie to you. It's possible that authorities, governments, people in charge here with this combination, they are lying to you. So maybe and maybe this lying, you're tired of it and you want to get out. You choose a different direction. You literally want to escape. Sometimes with the clouds, we want to escape. This is what we see here. Anyway, it's possible that you are invited there and you go to that place and you discover there, this is no fun here. This is not what I expected. And it's like you disappear out of there. People don't notice and you go out of there and you're gone. There's confusion here with this combination. It's possible if you operate in certain cultures, with certain cultures, they are not on your level, and there are cultural misunderstandings here with each other. It's like everybody is confused from everybody. There's like unclear networking here. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the clouds and the crossroads. It's possible here that we are taking certain directions in our life, and after we come to the conclusion that this was not the right way to go. And we are confronted again with a fork in the road, because this is literally the fork in the road. So we need to decide something, and that's why we need to move slowly. We need to see that we have everything straightened out before we move. So it's very important here that you make a very good balance, that you think well about things before you move, because I think this is an important step here in your life. If you move too fast with the cross, your plans will not continue. So you need to be moving slow here. Because there could be some confusion here before you move on. Or maybe you are the one, you hesitate, and maybe that's good. You need to think first here. Anyway, it will be difficult to choose because maybe you want to be sure here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it could put a strain on your mental working. It's possible it could put stress on you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the vertical lines. We have the cross, the letter, and the garden. The cross and the letter here, we will see that something important is coming to us. This will be news. It's like when we are on the road, we look up and we see a sign, and you say to yourself, this is a sign, this is the sign that for the yes or the no. In another way, it's possible also with this combination, if there is certain inheritances or certain monies that you're waiting on, they are not as expected. So for instance, if you waiting on money, the money is there, but maybe the money is not what you assumed. Maybe somebody was dishonest to you, or somebody profited on you. This is what we see, because we have the fox here. So it's possible if you wait on money, on an inheritance, on a certain share, that not everybody was honest. Things are not divided in an honest, equal way. This is what we are seeing here. And you can do nothing about it. And it's like you want to let it go. You want to let it go. You don't want to go into it. Anyway, this is a message of fate. It's destined to be. Anyway, you have your own abilities because you have the sun here. Maybe you don't actually need all of this money. Maybe, I know it's important here that we are treated honest, but if it's not, it's not. Anyway, you have here, my point is, you have a lot of ability for yourself for choosing your own path. This is what we are seeing here. We learn a lesson about that, and it's possibly that we take our distance from it. We have the tower here, and we take our distance. We look at the bigger picture, and we don't want to invest energy in it anymore. This is what we are seeing here. There's something incorrect here in this laying here. Anyway, it could be a little bit dogmatic. We see that these people don't take their responsibilities, their duties as they should. Maybe there is pressure from another person, and another person bends for these pressure like that. it's like one person puts pressure on another and you are victimized about this. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the letter and the garden. The letter and the garden here is that we get certain invitations, public invitation. We saw this earlier, but maybe this goes into problems here. But it's also possible that there are two things here, that it's separated. There is good news from people who are close to you, or certain public communication is positive and you get invites, but in some other way here, there is, maybe this is more related to something else, to cultural group, there are misunderstandings. So there are groups where you function in well and where you can speak your opinion and it's appreciated. And in the other groups, then you cannot. Maybe there's a lot of communication here and we want to make something public here with this combination. And here in the other group, it's like we cannot express ourselves. It's like these people are unable to comprehend us. Then we have the fish, the tower, and we still have then we have where we are here, the fish and the tower. Yeah, there's a strong combination. This is a very strong combination for money. If you get money, probably you will be very structured about it. You will put it in certain structures. And as we said, if you want to do something, it will cost more than you think. If you will make certain investments, here you are urged to make investments on the long run, no short-term investment, because these are slow cards. So you cannot make like very fast short-time investments like playing on stock market. This is not advised here. If you do so, it could point to losses. But if you do it on the long run, there will be return on your investments. So you need to make slow investments here, slow business. I know Aries is sometimes not really into that stuff. Aries want quick returns sometimes, but here we see that we need to be focused on slow returns, and if we do, this will bear fruits. This is what we see here, because maybe we cannot actually see if we make investments, fast investments, what will be happening there. So make slow investments if you can. It could be very profitable on the long run. It may be seen that it has no value for certain people now, these long-term investment, but if you have a good idea and it's a long-term safe investment, it could prove out to be a good idea for doing this on the long run. Then here we see also that in some areas of our life, we saw this here again, and it's possible here that we cannot connect with certain people on the emotional front. It's possible that this is related to a parent or related to the money that we saw earlier. And we have the inability here to communicate with these people. It's like there is a threshold we cannot cross here, or it's impossible, or we don't want to cross the threshold anymore. Maybe because of we saw here earlier, there's a kind of dishonesty here. Anyway, here also, this sometimes points to like things like banks, investments, that you invest in solid things, in structural things. Here, this is what we are seeing here. But as I said, be careful here and choose for the long-term investments. Then we have the tower and the clothes. There's something here about our past that is putting a burden on us. We cannot sting things clear here. As I said earlier, there's some issues here with people from the past, probably parents here. This is what we are seeing. We saw this here earlier already, and maybe there's not something correct here with money. There's something off here. It's like we are doubting these things before, and now we are confirmed in it. So this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, we need to be very careful here. We saw this earlier, that people also with authority figures, they are not deceptive. They are honest. Even if they are high placed here, we need to be careful here with this combination. If you are confronted with some legal things, it's possible you let it go. You don't want to go in it. It's not your choose of path anymore. You want to let it go here. This is what we are seeing here. We choosing another direction. You feel a little bit abandoned here about this whole situation, and you don't want to go in it anymore. You accept the situation as it is, and because you take certain distance of this whole situation, it will bring you clarity, because you have the sun here. You will see clearly what is happened there. Maybe subconscious, you already know what is going on. This is what we are seeing, because Aries sometimes can be very intuitive. This is what we see. Aries has something like like a child, innocent, childish, and I mean this in a positive way. Like you see through things before they happen. It's like a child is innocent and Aries knows what is coming, but maybe you didn't accept it before, and now you are confronted with it. You didn't trust your gut here with this combination. Anyway, it's possible also that you literally cut some things off. You put your restrictions. You go literally in another road, another direction here, and you don't want to go in another way. These people can understand this, can be confused for arrogance. Maybe they confuse you for arrogance, but I think it's not here. It's not. It's misunderstood arrogance here. I think if these people mistreated you, it's not a clouded judgment, it's a correct judgment here that you are taking. You need to trust your feeling here. Anyway, probably there's also bureaucracy going on here, but it will all work out because you have the sun in the last line, so you can take care of yourself here. In the last line, we are urged here to take care of ourselves. We have the sun here and the fox, and the fox urges us to take care of ourselves. We need to see that we let our own light shine, and in a totally different path. Maybe we literally cross borders, we go over the border, we cross a threshold, we go to another city. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes this can point literally a ticket to another place for starting maybe a business or something. This is what we see here. If it's not another city, it could be further away, but I don't see any actual migrating cards here. Maybe it's still pending here. Maybe it's still pending here how far physically you will travel. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. The crossroads is the traveling. And here that we thinking about it, how far we are gonna travel, how far we gonna go. Anyway, here we see that if certain affairs that were tricky on us here before, that we solve them. This is what we see here. This points also to a very smart person. This person knows, is smart, he's intelligent, but maybe it's not easy to come out with this smartness, or there are certain limitations why you cannot out it. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this could point that you do a great job, that you know what you are doing here. You can shine here literally in your chosen path. I'm not saying this is an easy path to choose. Maybe it's an alternative path, but there will be some structure in it, and it's destined to be here. But maybe the path is not easy. Sometimes we make choices in life, and it's not necessarily that our path is easy here. Anyway, you could be happy in your job. You could feel great. It could really be your destiny. This job. This is what we are seeing. It's possible also that towards others, we don't show ourselves as we are, meaning we keep certain things for ourselves. The fox is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto operates in the evening or in the night. He operates between dusk and dawn. So you cannot see clear, and maybe you are unwilling to let yourself see that you're on others seeing that you're undergoing these changes. This is what we see here with this combination. The fox is a very smart card, and probably you have your reasons for that. You know what is going to happen, and you have certain limitations here that you allow others to come certain distance. And what are you going to do here? Anyway, also this points to happiness. If you go your own way, you will find happiness, but you will need to go on your way. Here we see we need to choose. We need to choose. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there will be enjoyment. You will be happy with yourself. Maybe sometimes happy being alone. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. We take care of ourselves here, and we are happy to take care of ourselves. Then we have the fox and the crossroads on itself. These two cards here, here we see that we have a lot of options, choices, career-wise, and we should take them because we have the sun there. There are a lot of opportunities here. Maybe you do multiple tasks, multiple jobs. This is what we see here for our life here, for our livelihood. It's possible that you work multiple jobs, several jobs here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe you want to reach your goal, and there are several jobs here that we are seeing here. Anyway, if with this combination for your choices in life, you can make very smart decisions. The fox is a very a smart card for making livelihood decisions. So you would be able here to make very smart decisions. Also, sometimes with the fox here, it's maybe best, especially with the tower, that we don't reveal everything to people here, what we are doing. Sometimes the fox, he likes to operate in the dark. Here, this is what we are seeing. So if you're not sure, trust certain people about your job. You don't need to give everything away. You need to take care of yourself here. This is what we are seeing. You need to able that you adjust here to certain situation. The fox is adjustment, and he can adjust as he works, as he goes on. He adjusts to certain changes in his life. There are career choices here we need to adjust. So maybe that's why we saw before there is a gray zone. You will probably come in the gray zone here. Anyway, you will be also suspicious about certain alternatives, and you should move slow, as we saw earlier here. Possibly here also you weigh the risks, what is safe for you, what is not safe for you related to the job. You're very cautious here, and you will be confronted here with the gray zone, as I said. It's possible also that before you always considered others in your life, and you always take decisions involved others. But this points to a decision you need to take alone, and you will take for yourself. Maybe it's the time for that now, if you reflect this long enough, where it's going. This is what we are seeing here. This points to going your own way. And I think also with this combination, some people will go away out of your life. You will move away from them. This is what we are seeing here, because the crossroads, we make choices and we limit these people in our life. This is what we are seeing here. But this points also that we can make money out of public here. This is what we are seeing. We make money out of, as we are on the road, as we are moving. We could have moving professions here. This is what we are with what we are seeing here. So there's a lot of possibilities here in this reading. Then we go to the cross. We have the cross, the tower, and the crossroads. Here also we become aware, more spiritual aware, or we are more closer to our religion. There's something spiritual here coming to us. It's possible sometimes that we really see things clear. You should trust yourself here, and it could really bring you in another direction. You should trust your gut here. Don't suppress it. Go into it here. This is what we see here. It's possible so that you have certain burdens here with authorities. They work on your nerves, the authorities here. This is what we are seeing. They cause you burdens, or some people, parents, cause you burdens. This is what we see. We saw this earlier. We see this coming back here in the same. It's like you're undergoing here some trials, some tests in your life, because the cross tests us. So it's possible here that you are tests in certain areas and you don't know yet. It all makes you a little bit confused, but eventually you will make the decision. But you will need to do it calmly here. This is what we are seeing here. There's some hardship here going on. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe somebody hurt you before. We already saw that, and we see this coming back here. It's possible that sometimes we need to isolate ourselves from our difficulties for overthinking this whole situation. It's possible if you are confronted with certain responsibilities that you don't want them, that you say, no, I don't take that upon me. This is what we see here also with this combination. Then we have the tower and the crossroads on itself, this combination here. Here we see that finally, then, when we are taking ready for the next step, we release the past, we let go, we move on. Here, we try to forgive and forget. If that is in your possibility, we will try to do so, but we will stay suspicious here. This is what we are seeing. We'll try to forget here. We try to prepare ourselves for something new. We probably will need to accept the changes that are coming to us. We will assimilate these lessons in the best way we can, and we will need to accept the gray zones, but maybe there are certain limitations how far you will go. Anyway, here we see also that some people try to put some things upon us, but maybe we say no. We saw this earlier. We go our separate way, separate path. This is alone, and this is the separate path that we are seeing here. If you take certain decisions, decisions. You will feel left alone, but it's your decision, and maybe it's the right thing to do. You will be rational. We already saw here. You will make rational choices about certain people in charge, or people that are responsible or were responsible. As I said, it could be a father or a mother figure or an authority. Then we have the sun, the tower, and the garden here. Here we see that there's a lot of things coming here. We can accomplish certain things. We can go, if we make these choices, this is a formula for good luck here. Also, sometimes we are happy that we are alone. We are able to perform more. This is what we are seeing here. We can improve ourselves in society, but it's possible that we work behind the scenes, or that we work a lot alone here. This is what we are seeing here. If authority appears for you, you will take your distance. You will keep like a collective attitude. You will keep like an open mind, and it's like you approach the people like distance, and like everybody, like the whole, more like a political approach. You will not let them close to you. It's like here you are a public servant, and you don't get emotionally involved anymore with certain people. You are open, but you will not emotionally involve yourself anymore. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, this also points to a place from the past that you can be confronted with. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see literally the train station that you are moving. This could be a train station, an airport hall. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's something very organized. It's possible that you travel for the work to a sunny area, because we have the sun here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see here that we are coming in contact in the public here. This is what we see here. So for Aries, for the water group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a bit wiser out of this reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are following here in the same session. And please check out also the short love card readings that we are doing. I want to come a little bit back here, because I forgot something. You have the fox here, and the fox, if you are involved in certain relationships in your life, it means that the people with you, your lover or the loved one, is half-hearted in the relationship. I didn't mention this before, where I see it here. Now I'm thinking about it. So it's possible here that maybe you already know, but here we see that a lover or a person who's close upon us might be half-hearted in the relationship. I want to mention this earlier. But if you want to the love card reading, I do this also, but here I don't have too much indications about love, but that's the only thing I see here. So I see here that the choice in love also will be changing, because somebody is half-hearted in there. You or the partner are half-hearted in it. Anyway, you can also check the financial card readings that we do each month for the sign of Aries, that you can find also on my channel. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Aries, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your monthly card reading for the month of November. The first card that we see here on your portrait is the snake. The snake is a very wise card, so it means that we need to stay calm, we need to act wisely, we need to think before we act, we need to be diplomatic. Here also the silence is part of these things. It's best also that we don't share all our thoughts, we keep our thoughts for us, we keep our thoughts locked, because we have the anchor here. We are tactful here with this combination here. It's possible that we are in a difficult situation in our life, and it's possible that something is threatened, maybe because this is the combination that points to the work. Maybe it's possible there are certain threats on the work front, you don't feel stable there anymore. But here the anchor points that we should wait it out. These are 2 waiting cards, but it doesn't mean that the situation there is secure. Maybe you don't feel insecure there. but the snake can make us very focused in certain areas of your life. But we will see later if we move on here. Then we have the anchor on itself. The anchor in itself, it means that if we want to move, we need to wait till the right time. The anchor tells us for now, we best stay in the situation as it is till it's the right time to move. The anchor is a very stable card. It anchors us literally. It's best now not to take actions here. This is what we see here. If we have plans to move jobs, we should double think about it here before we move, because the snake tells us to reflect, to be wise, to focus. We first need to make sure before we take action. The snake takes action and she attacks or she acts when she's absolutely sure. This is what we see here. You first need to see in depth here. It's possible also that we are planning these things, that we are planning a change, and that might be a good thing. The plans are good because the snake is a very smart plan maker, and it's possible if we take the decision later on, probably related to the work, we can make, suddenly we are on the move. We finish with it, we are released from our shackles, and we suddenly move on the work front. But we will see how it works out. Here we have we're gonna mirror the corner cards first, the snake and the whip we have here. Here we need to be careful in our job front, because I think it's related to the job here. We need to be careful here that we don't get a bite, or we literally don't get stabbed in the back from somebody. We have the person card here, but we do a general reading. So if you're a woman, it could be your person card. It could be a woman also. So you can put yourself there. This is a neutral card. So if you're a woman, you can put yourself there as a woman also. Anyway, you need to be careful here that you don't get backstabbed. You need to play it smart. You need to stay calm here. You need to look around you. You need to look around you and observe the situation. It's not an easy situation. Maybe there's some manipulation going on in your life, or somebody is trying to be hurtful towards you. But we need to see here that we are smart with this combination. It's possible also that not only you are involved, but that are also other people are involved. Maybe other people, their stability is involved also. This is what we are seeing. Sometimes this points to arguments also. In another way, this can also point that there are competitors in love. I will immediately go into it. You have both cards here that not really are unwanted in love relationship. You have the snake here and the fox. Both are not wanted in love relationship, but they are welcome in work relationship. The fox means that one of both parties is half-hearted in the relationship. So something is going on there, so you should look around you. But here you need to play a little bit the detective and check out if nothing is going on around you. If you can find something, you will notice that there's something going on behind your back, because that is what the snake always points to triangle relationship. So it means that one of both parties is involved in more than one relationship. This is purely on the relationship front. On the work, if you have competition, and you can be sure you're not alone for a certain post. So if you're ambitious towards it, more than one person is focused on this post. You are not alone, you have competition. You need to be aware of this here with this combination. Anyway, this points, as I said, to competition in love. We need to be tactical here. We need to be smart. If there are quarrels, we need to solve this in a diplomatic way. The snake is a very diplomatic card. If you find in yourself, you will find a diplomacy. You need to find them, and you need to stay calm. You need to stay calm now. There could be problems with a certain partner here. There could be some contentiousness here. That is what we are seeing here. There could be really manipulation going on here for one of two persons here. It doesn't mean that there is no sexual action between the partners, because here these two cards are very sexual. So it's possible here there's a lot of sexuality, and the snake can be very focused, and this is the energy card of the deck. So this is the most energetic card of the deck. So this is a lot of sexual activity or things going on related to the sexual. That's the other side. Anyway, it also points that you as a person, you have a lot of energy now, but it also means that probably a lot of assertive or even aggressive things are coming to you. This is what we see here. Anyway, it's possible that you have a lot of energy. For instance, if you want to go for sports, you have a lot of energy for sports. This sports points to a very sportive person, a person who has a lot of strength, like a lot of determination here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if you want, if that is done on the work front again, you can be very diplomatic, and you have the ability to make wise critics. You will see how it's connected, and you will are able to make wise critics. But if you make those wise critics, see it's the right time. Here, this is what we are seeing here. You could execute your aggression, as we say, in a smart way. This is what we are, in a wise way. Probably you want to find some justice, because the whip likes to find justice. And it's possible that you are on the road to finding justice. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to a person who is very skilled in communication here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we see the key and the fox. The key and the fox again, it points that you are able here to make a clever and a smart strategic plan. This is a very smart reading here that we have here. Anyway, if we make our plans well, we know how to achieve our goal, and we will be successful. We will be, but there will be a lot of energy required to it. But you have a lot of energy, so it's possible here. Anyway, if we find solutions for certain problems, it's best to keep them to yourself. Don't share. Keep for yourself and solve your own problem. Here we need to preserve our own self-interest. Don't think in the collective, think for yourself, and so find solution for yourself. Sometimes you will feel that you have the conflict inside of you between being suspicious and openness. Don't be too open. Aries can be very open. Don't do that now. It's not the time to be open with the snake there. The job is important now for you. So just see what you are doing here. Don't share information here. Also on your work, you need to be careful here that if you do certain jobs, or if you are a manager, that somebody don't praise on you. The manager here is a very strong card here also. And this points to, if you have a manager, if you are the manager yourself, it's okay here, this combination. But if you have a manager, you need to be careful. He don't prey on you. He don't duplicate literally your abilities. Be careful here with that one, because sometimes people in charge can duplicate and they can go running with the prize. So here we see the competition again. So be careful here with that. Also, if you have documents, be sure that the documents are the original and that the documents are not duplicates. Be careful with everything that is documents, official, managers, be streetwise here. Here you need to be smart. You need to be smart. You need to use your abilities here with this combination. It's best here. Also, we need to be careful not to be exposed. Don't share with your manager, with the people in charge. Keep for yourself. Beware of missteps here with this combination. If you have distrust, it has a reason and your feeling is correct. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will be careful also who you let in and you share things with. You should have a very cautious attitude with this, and it will serve you well. Anyway, then we go in the horizontal lines. We have the snake and the man. We saw already this is a person who can be very smart. Maybe you have other motives, what you want to do. You have other things in your head that you want to go in another direction. Here, probably you adjust now, but your actual goal is something else. But don't share it if you have it. You can be smart and you can come out if you act well. Sometimes with the snake, an easy way to solve problem is going around the problem. The snake is a very flexible thing and it goes around things. So this is what we can act here also like that. You need to be a little bit slippery for solving the problem. Anyway, there's a very strong focus here. You have also a lot of skills in the job here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Possibly also, in a way, people are attracted to you because the snake has some kind of attraction. There's like sometimes the snake is like mysterious, so it can have attraction to certain people. Then we have the man and the whip in itself. Here it points that you can come in, that you could have certain quarrels, or you yourself, a person is quarreling with you. This is what we are seeing here. The quarrel could be quite assertive or even aggressive, but as I said, don't go into it. Be smart. Maybe it's somebody who wants to judge you, who is cynical towards you. Sometimes this is really somebody who accuses you. If it's you yourself, it's possible for your profession that here sometimes with this combination we see very smart lawyers. Lawyers could have this combination. They're very smart, they're intelligent, and they know how to express their words. But that would apply then on you. But you will know for yourself also. This could be a police officer also, somebody who's smart with the law, a prosecutor. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if there are certain assertivenesses or aggressivenesses, you will be able to make amends with the whip. You will be able to, so be smart. Then here we have the second horizontal line, we have the heart and the anchor. As we saw earlier, we need to be careful to anchor us for love, because there is something going on here, and maybe later on, if everything becomes clear to us, we will be able to move on, or we want to move on. There is doubt in this relationship, but still, even if there is doubt, it's like you still want to give the relationship a chance. But be careful here. It's sometimes here with the snake especially, it's best here that you are smart, you act wise, and it's best here to keep literally your distance, or to literally turn away from it here. We need to be careful here with this combination. Maybe this person ties you up, but he or she don't is what it seems. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you have this relationship with this person already for a long time, and this relationship has a certain stability, and there's an attraction, but we need to be very careful. Maybe this person is very clingy to you, or you are clingy to them, but we need to be very careful here with this combination. It's very tricky. Then we have the anchor and the rider. This points, as this whole situation is handled, we will be able to move on. We go away, we have a new start, we will get good news here. Maybe the news comes suddenly, and it's the way it's like the news is put like quite harsh on you, like that. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, the message will be clear to you. You will know exactly what to do when it's the time. But this is normally even though the message is hard, there will be some kind of satisfaction in it. This is what we are seeing. Maybe it's what we are waiting for, even though it's hard. This is what we are seeing here. Here we literally see that we break our routines. We get away from the routines. We break from the routines. There will be challenges, of course, in changing these routines, but in another way, you will be freed from your confinement. You will feel free. Probably you're waiting already on this change for a while. Then we have the third horizontal line. We have the key and the bear. The key and the bear, it points to, it's possible that, but as I said, be careful, that somebody offers you, that an authority or somebody in charge offers you help. But be careful here. You could make a step forward, but be careful. Don't share everything you know. Make sure that everything is in the right place. But here with this combination, it is possible here. It's possible that you open up, but be careful what you open and what you share. Put boundaries, even if this person's try to overpower you, keep them distance, be smart. This is what we see here. Anyway, you could have financial advancement because the bear is money. The bear is ruled also by Mars. So Mars is from Aries. So the bear is very powerful. So if this person put pressure on you, you can resist the pressure by being smart. If they try to boss around, just go your way. And this is probably why you want to liberate yourself. You want to liberate yourself from this dominant influence. And in a way, you will get permission. You will get permission and you will be able to move on, especially if this person is very dominant towards to you. You can find a solution here. Probably also here you have a lot of practical knowledge in your profession. This is what we are seeing here. If they try to bully you, to say yes, keep your distance. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the bear and the fox on itself, these two cards. If we are the one ourselves in charge, this means that we are the manager with this combination, or if we get a promotion, we become a manager. But as I said, don't give away your credits. Keep your knowledge to you. Try to go in a roundabout way about your knowledge. Be diplomatic. Keep for you what you know. Keep your knowledge for you. Be careful here also. If you have the feeling that you need to be suspicious, I mentioned this earlier, it probably has a reason. Anyway, this could also point that you work out. Fitness here we see here also with this, but it's a different angle here. But probably your Aries sometimes is an active being. So here we see that there's a possibility here for the gym and for sports also. Anyway, it's a good point also that you have natural abilities to lead others in certain situation here, but you are the one, you feel distrust towards this person. You will probably defend yourself against this person. This is what we see here. Then we have the vertical lines. We have the snake, the heart, and the key. As I said earlier, in love, the snake and the heart is not a very good combination. So this can point to a very passionate relationship, very strong also on the sexual front, but this is an illicit affair here, what we are seeing here. There's dishonesty, there could be dishonesty in the relationship. It's important that we are aware of this and that we find solutions for this. If you are aware of that and you accept, it's a total different situation, but you need to know exactly where you are here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, if we are single, we need to be careful with choosing certain partners. We need to be wise. The partner choice is there, but we need to be sure we choose in a very selective way. Maybe we have some female friends, and maybe we should listen to some advice from them, especially from the ones if you have female friends as a woman or as a man, you should listen to them. You should maybe talk to them about these relationships, and maybe they can give you some advice because maybe they have some experience here, and sometimes it makes things clear for us for making the right choice. Maybe the choice comes from there. Maybe you can find a solution like that. If you have the feeling that you made a lot of wrong partner choices before, maybe these people can advise you or can help you in a way for managing yourself better on the relationship front. Of course, attraction we cannot create, but if the attraction is there, that's my point. We can still see if for following certain advices. Anyway, the snake and the heart here, we see here, there's one person is seducing the other. It could also be that one of both has a relationship and that you have a relationship with that person also, but you are not aware that she has somebody else. This is what we see here with this combination here. So it can point that one of both have sex out of marriage or out of the relationship. This is what we see here. Anyway, maybe this person has strong focus on herself and she's in for her own, he or she is in it for her own reasons. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, then we have the heart and the key. As I said, you can find the solution here if there's a problem here for the relationship, but maybe you need to involve somebody who has some experience in the relationship field. Here, maybe we need to get more understanding here about that, how we develop reliable and certain relationship. Here, this is what we are seeing here. In another way, if you take your time, it's possible also that you find your soulmate. It's difficult sometimes to open our heart here, and maybe this person that you thought this is the one for me, and you open your heart and now you discover certain things that you would rather not have discovered. You will accept certain facts here, but also certain boundaries will be crossed, and the question is, how far will you go for this? Then we have the man, the anchor, and the bear. This is the person card. So this points to, if this is yourself as a person, it points that you are a very dependent person, man or woman here. This is what we are seeing. This is a person who want to be sure, who want to make sure that everything happens in the right way at the right time. This is a person normally that don't change very fast of ideas. This is a person who has fixed ideas here that we are seeing here. Also a lot of management skills, as I said here, we see this already earlier. This person is solid, focused. Sometimes also this points to conservatism here, but anyway, there's a firm, safe, secure person. This person is solid as a rock. We can rely on this person, and there's a lot of strength. The bear is very strong, so this is a very strong person here. For you, it might be normal, I guess, but compared to others, you have a lot of strength. The bear is not an animal you want to wake up if he's asleep, because you know, if you wake up the bear, you're not going to have a pleasant time. So this person is very strong, but here, as I said, you need to be smart here. Anyway, then we see the anchor and the bear on itself. There's a lot of willpower. This person has a very strong will. He knows where he wants to go. He will not change direction easy, but if he made up his mind, you cannot hold him. This is what we see here with this combination here. Also, this is a protective person. If he works with staff, he will be protective towards his staff also. He will protect the people around him, because the bear is very protective. Even though he's bound or connected to these people or chained to these people, he will still protect them. Anyway, this is, you could also have a very, as we saw here, there's a strong focus here on life. Your people, if you're responsible, they will see you as a good boss. This is points to a very good boss, but you have a strong dominance, but they still see you as a confident boss here with this combination. There's a strength here, and you can guide this strength here. This is what we see here. Then we have the third vertical line, we have the whip, the rider, and the fox. Here we see, after this whole situation is behind us, we hurry up, we move away from this physical phase. It could go quite fast here, because the whip is an energetic card. It's the card of Mars, of Aries. So then once this whole thing of difficulties is behind us, we suddenly move on here. Sometimes this points also to literally to a professional athlete. So it's possible here that you have a lot of physical energy with this combination. In another way, it's possible that somebody visits you, and their visit is not totally honest. So this visitor would really annoy you, and be careful, because he can come to your house, or he can visit you with other ulterior motives. So be careful if you get a visit from somebody here, because there could be reasons why this person visit you, and not the reason that maybe are announced. So be critical towards yourself here with this combination. It's possible also that if you arrive at somebody's home, or they arrive at your home, that you have an argument. This is what we see here with this combination. So be careful here with this combination. It's possible that the people, they accuse each other. It's your fault, it's my fault, it's your. This is what we see here with this combination. Then we have the rider and the fox on itself. Here we see actually that if you wait the right time, that you could have a new job. Possibly if this new job comes to you, a lot of energy is required, but you are a very strong person here. This group is very strong, energetic like, so it's possible here for doing this job. We see this here. we need to be careful also if we go in this job that we don't end up in gossip. So keep to yourself in the beginning. If you have a fresh start, be quiet, be calm, look around you first before you communicate, so that you don't end up in some gossip. This is what we are seeing here. Beware here with this combination. Try to change, try to adjust on your environment, and don't share everything. This is what we see. Then we have the cross, we have the snake, the anchor, and the fox here. I just see if I can see something here. It's possible also, because of there's a lot of pressure on you right now, that you tend to give up a project or a work, but don't for now. Hang in there for a while. In the relationship, of course, it's something else. If you want to get out of that one because it's difficult, you will know it's the right time. That's something else. But for the job, it's better to hang on for a while. It's possible in the relationship you want to give it another chance here, but be aware of what you are doing here with this combination. Be alert. Anyway, for the job, be careful here. It's not the right time maybe to change immediately here with this combination. Anyway, there's a strong longing here for stability. So keep your stability for now, even though it's difficult. It's possible also you have some rivals in your job, or people who are annoying you. And even though you try, you cannot get rid of these people. It's like these people stick to you like they are, how do you say that? Like they are like lice, or they are like cockroaches. You cannot get rid of them here. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, you need to work towards this new goal in calm and quietness. There are some entanglements here, I'm aware of it, but you need to stick to it for now. Anyway, then we see here also, we see the half-heartedness here in this relationship, that what we already mentioned, that then we have the whip, the anchor, and the key. I just see if I can add something here. Here we see that we can face our challenges. We have enough strength, so we cannot give up for now. In the long run, you will get this under control. If you discipline yourself, you can get the whole thing under control, but you will need to discipline yourself. There will be professional conversations here, and you will need to conduct yourself in a diplomatic way. That's the way to overcome this situation here. Even if you are unable to let go of this conflict, it's best here to be professional. If there are negotiations, communications, if there is hardship put on you, you need to be here very diplomatic for the time being, till it's the time to move on. Then we see the anchor and the key here. Here we see that we are in the future, that we will be able to rely on ourselves. We will also be resourceful, especially with the snake and the fox here. They are very easy to solve problems. They see the problems. Here we have a lot of thinking. We can think in advance. We are free thinkers. We can create our own security here. This is what we see with this combination. You will also see that you are, if this situation is past, you will be able to up more for settling down your own roots, or you literally go in your own place here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe in the long run, you have the idea of moving out of the place where you are now, and this could literally be the key to another work or another home. This is what we are seeing here. The keys are here, and the key solves problem. This is a very good card for solving problems here. So you need to persevere for now. But if this offer of residence is put upon you, or you can, if this situation that is difficult behind us, you should say yes. This is going to be a good thing here. You will understand if it's the right time, and you will accept the situation as it is. There will be some, as we saw earlier, there will be some freedom in there, and you will appreciate this freedom very well. Anyway, this is all for the Aerosol there from Aries. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are connected in the same session. And please check out also our short financial card readings, philosophical card readings that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Aries, and welcome to the Stone Group for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for the month of November. As your first card here on your person, we see I switched the card because I write it down before the combination of the cards, but I would make a mistake. But anyway, the Tower was here, was your first card here. So the Tower as the first card that we see here, it means it's possible that we commit something on the long run here, especially with the tree next to it, and the bear is a very powerful card that we see here. So it means here some life changes on the long run that will be very strong for you. The bear is a big animal, so it points to big changes in our life. The Tower also points that we cannot take any shortcuts. We need to do it right till literally till the bottom of the case, because the tree has strong roots. So here, this could be that we are undertaking something that takes a very long time. Anyway, this project or what we are about to undertake, it will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of energy. It's probably a project that we are in for the long run. We are in the Stone Group, the Earth Group. They're very solid. So it's possible that we undertake this project for a long time here. Anyway, we see here we can have positive financial results on the long run, but the whole thing will move slow. Then as the central card here, we see the clovers. The clovers as the central card, this is the most lucky card of the deck. So it means with these slow changes, you will be lucky. It will bring you something new is coming to in your life, something innocent. You will be lucky with this new step or this new direction that you're going in. Probably it's related to your career because we have the fox there also. So this is good for long time career changes. This is a very prosperous combination for that. Anyway, it could be with this combination also, it might not be always easy. These changes, there might be some trickiness involved, especially with the fox. Maybe we need to be smart. We need to be a little bit cunning for approach certain things in our life. Here, this is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, it's a very positive combination, but we need to approach it in a very smart and clever way here. Here we see here also that we will need to keep focus on our goals for achieve what we want. We cannot lose our focus here. But in another way, it's possible as you're going along with your plans that you need to adjust your plans, especially with the stork there. It's possible that you have set a certain goal and you can reach these goals till a certain limitation, and then you need to change direction. So it's like the fox asks us to adjust our plans sometimes, and the stork is the bird of changes. So it's possible if you go in a certain direction, you need to change your plans as you go. It's like we need to adjust. The fox is a very adjustable card, especially for work. So this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see also then we go in the mirroring. We're going to mirror the cards. Now we're going to mirror the Tower and the bear. The tree and the bear here, it points to big changes in our life. Something it's going to change on the long run. It's going to take a while for these changes. The bear is a big animal, so it's major changes here. There's a lot of power, energy here on the long run that we can invest here with this combination. We probably also get the green light for certain projects here. We are able to move on in this new project. We can do here in a certain way, we do what we want. Also for the health, this is fairly good. So you're in good health, you have strong health because the bear is very strong animal. So you have a good health also if you need to undertake certain projects. In another way, on the relationship field, this could point to a partner that one of both partners is quite jealous. This jealousy could go in some areas fairly far. Here we see also that maybe because we move less, we gain weight. This is possible also with this combination that we are seeing here. Anyway, we have a strong, very strong immune system here. This is what we are seeing. It's possible if we feel overweight or we think that we are overweight, we go on a diet here with this problem. Maybe there are some stomach problems. It's possible here with this combination. Anyway, if you have certain girlfriend, it's possible that this girlfriend or this person is already a long time with you because the tower is on the long run. So it's possible that you have a stable connection already for a long time, but this person, he or she, because we keep it as a neutral name here, this person has some jealousy, or he has some jealousy towards you, he or she. We do a big reading here, so we're gonna keep it neutral. This person has some jealousy here. This is what we are seeing here. This is a very protective person. So one towards the partner, one of both is very protective towards for the other. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that this person has a very good position. Our partner has a very good position, maybe a higher position here. This is what we are seeing. She or he is strongly growing in the right way. This is then the partner here that we are seeing, or the husband or the wife. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes with this combination, this could mean a person on the top, an alpha female or an alpha male. This is what we are seeing here in this combination. Anyway, there's a strong force here of creativity. There's a strong sense with nature here. This person likes to protect and he likes to be protected. This is what we are seeing. Or sometimes also this points to a person who have a lot of practicality in his life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And then we have the fish and the fox, the other corner cards that we are mirroring here. Here we see that if we are on the business front, we are very smart here to handle finances. If finances suddenly change or the financial market suddenly changes, we are able to adjust. We are able to adjust to the market if we are in financial markets, because sometimes the tower can be the financial market, and this is the banks are slow. This is a good combination, or a combination for banks. So if we are in investments, this means slow investments. But if we are connected in a way to the financial world, as the last cards here might indicate, it means that we are very smart for handling finances here. We are probably very discreet about other people's money or what is exactly going on with money. Or we are discreet about our own finances. This is what we are seeing here. And also we have the stork here. If we meet adjustments in our finances, we will be able to adjust. Even major adjustments we can overcome. We are, in a way, we have flexibility with money for this. In another way, this can also point to another job, a pay raise. This is what we are seeing here. Or we have a very well-paid job. This is here. We can really make money from business here. We probably have invested, or we can invest in certain things here. This is what we are seeing, but we see a lot of caution here with this combination. It's possible also that you are self-employed, or you have a lot of independence in your work, because the bear like to be independent. The tower is distant, so this points to distance jobs. And also the fox, sometimes here, this combination, it can point to distance here, distance working with, you can also work with distant money. So it's possible that you do transactions that cross the borders. Here, maybe you stay in a certain location, but the money is crossing borders. So this is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, if the economy would be harsh on you, you will be able to adjust and you will still be able to make profits. Then we go in the horizontal lines, we see the tower and the tree, but even if we reverse them, we're gonna end up the same way. Here, we see here that we are on the right track. If we want to become a manager or a person more in charge, this points to that if we focus ourselves on our job, we can reach a very high position on the long run. This points to top management. So if you are not yet in a top management position, this points that you can get there. If you are already there, this points that you can even grow more. This combination points to top management and slow growth. We are on the right track here for our life here. We could do good business here. Here also it points, if we feel that we are overworked, normally we feel that what is the limitations of our body. So if you feel the limitations of your body, you should respect these and you should take rest. This is what we see here also. You need to take care of your body because we need our body to function. And this is what we see here. Aries can be sometimes very energetic, especially with the bear there for the money, but you need to see that you control here. It's possible also in another control way that you control certain funds of money. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also the tower likes to work alone. So it's possible that you work with certain monies on your own, that you need to take decisions, very grounded decisions, very founded decisions on the long run for people's money in the long run. Or you have investments on the long run that you control. This is what we are seeing here. You really need to control here the foundations because the root is the foundations here. The tree has strong roots here. You will want to create yourself more stability, more for yourself, more security here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Sometimes possibly you have the feeling there's too much bureaucracy going around here, but as we have the fox there, we try to adjust here in this situation. We are very smart for adjusting even though there is bureaucracy here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe these certain conditions that put upon us from the higher authorities, if we work with money, are difficult, they are bureaucratic, and we need to find a smart way to go into it. This is what we are seeing with this combination. It's possible that the place where you are working has very old roots. It's like a very old institution related to money or to business here. This is what we are seeing here. It's very strong rooted what we see here. This also points to money that crosses borders. This I said already, I see this here again. You will protect also your investments. This is what we are seeing here. Also, probably you will be smart regarding to taxes and stuff like that here. We see that we limitate if there are certain restrictions and there come taxes. We'll be very smart also related to taxes. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that your family or your relatives or people around you from generations before you were also interested in the field of money, or they were in the field of banking of money also in some way. So it's there's like a connection here. It's possible also that that you studied in a very renowned university, your education is very high. If you're still a student, it's possible also, this, what I said earlier, this could point to your future. All I mentioned before, this is for you in the closet on the long run. So if you focus, if you're still studying, you have all the things I mentioned earlier are applying here also on you. Anyway, this points to a very energetic person here. If you work alone, also you are very creative. You have a lot of energy in your work if you work alone here. If you want, you can keep your body healthy, you can keep control over your body. This is what we see here. For some of these groups, if you don't work with money, this could point to a person who's also responsible for others' health. So if you, for instance, this can also point to a doctor, because the tree sometimes is a healer. And here we have the bear here. The bear is a very strong healer. So it can also point to a doctor or a person who heals others. This is possible with this combination. My first idea would be there's a child here. It's possible also that you are a healer for children. This is what we are seeing here also, but this is a total different angle. If you are not in the money business, you would be in the healing business, but then also a lot of money would come to you. You're very also, as I said before, you have a lot of knowledge because we have the book here and you're very adjustable in those things here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the bear and the tree on itself. The bear and the tree here, that there are a lot of improvements in your life possible. Here, there's a lot of strength. I mentioned this earlier. We can do what we want. We can get the green light. If we have certain degrees, we can have the green light here. As I said here earlier, there could be somebody who's jealous in our environment. But then we have the book and the clovers here, the book and the clovers here. Something will be coming to you, and that will be a happy surprise. Some happy wish will come to you. Something that is being kept secret for you, and you will feel very happy about these things here. It will be fortunate for you. It will be a great discovery. This can also point. If we do business, sometimes for instance, if we do money trading or business trading, we are very good in taking educated guesses. The child has a natural intuition, and it's like you are very intuitive and you have a lot of knowledge, and sometimes you can take educated guesses, and these educated guesses, they uphold a small gamble, but it's like the child intuitively know. Like sometimes we say the child comes out of the truth comes out of the mouth of a child. So this is what we see here. You say something and it comes through, and you think it, and here this is like there's a protection on it if you make investments, or if you think also if you're a healer, you think it's like this and it's like that, and it's really like that. It's like you have a natural intuition here. This is what we see, this combination. Anyway, there's a protection here, what we are seeing here over our person here, what is hanging here. Then we have the clovers and the child. The clovers and the child is like a happy period is beginning for us. We are moving forward. Something new is coming in our life. In another way, it's possible that there is a child in our life. Even though the child is our responsibility, it creates also opportunities for us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that you take a lot of responsibilities here. This is what we are seeing. Our luck is increasing here with this combination. Also, we will open up to learn and to do new things. We will be probably having a playful approach according new things, even though there is a strong structure, even though maybe for the institution that you work for or the place where you work, for this, you yourself, you have a creative way. This is what we are seeing here. Even though there's restrictions, there's still a creative way where you approach things to. There's a playful, creative way here that we are seeing here. If you do some things here, it works out well here. It plays out well. Then we have the fish and the stork. Here we see that that there are important changes with money. We see this here, important changes on money. Here we see that we are receiving money for our work because this is our work here. There's again here we see the financial structure here of an organization. We see this back here. It's possible also that you are the one who reorganizes people's money in a way. There's like a reorganization here because the stork sometimes reorganizes things, and these are big changes. For instance, like a bankruptcy specialist or a person who reorganizes money for a business. There's a lot of possibilities in there, but this is a person who reorganizes the money from other people. This is what we see here. Or you can reorganize your own money and bring it in other perspectives. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this is positive here. We are able to go with the flow. We are able to adjust to business changes, financial changes. We are able to adjust to the financial market. We are able to adjust to, if we are in the health front, we are able to adjust to new techniques. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There's some natural thing here going on, naturality here. This is what we are seeing here. If some people owed you money, this points also then they are not necessarily in debts to you, but they still owe you money. They will give this money back in the period that is about to come. This is what we are seeing here. It's also possible that it's not a financial debt. He owes you somebody, he or she owes you a favor, and this you cash in the favor. You need the favor, and this favor will be given to you. Maybe you need to cash in some favors for some area. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the stork and the fox on itself. Here we see that something happening, something important happens in our work. Something new is coming in our work. It's financially some new adjustments that we need to make. But since you have the fox here, you will adjust to the system. It's like you here, we transform ourselves. Here with the fox, we transform ourselves. Maybe there's some new fields or some new approach or some new angle, even if we're a healer or financial, it doesn't matter, but we are seeing a different angle here. And we need to adjust to this situation, and we will. This is what we are seeing here. Also, there's a strong longing here to go our own way. Aries like to do his own thing, is going his own way, follow his own path. And this is what we are seeing here. Even if others disagree with your plans, you will go through with it. The bear is very strong. He has his territory, and the bear do what he wants. Especially if he's on his territory, if that is his domain, you don't go playing tricks on the bear's territory. That this is what we are seeing here. He's very dominant on his territory. He's the boss there. So this is what we are seeing here. So if you are experienced in your field of work, it's possible that you make some adjustments, and even if others tells you no, you still do what you want. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, you can take care of yourself here with this combination. Here we see a person who is able to assess the risks. Whatever your job is, you are able to assess certain risks here. But the question is, be careful that if you do investments, that you have enough resources. This is what we see here with these combinations. If you want to cross certain borders, see that you can back up yourself, that you don't come in trouble. This is what we are seeing here. It's important here with this combination that we are prepared. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we go in the vertical lines. We have the tower, the book, and the fish. The tower and the book here, it points that our education is very deep, very well. Probably also we have a lot of information that other people don't have, because the book like to keep secrets. Probably we have a very extensive erudite knowledge. We were educated by people who know what they're talking about. Sometimes this also points to character building, that we need to get more wisdom. If we have educators, these educators are their knowledge is based on experience here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will, if you are still a student, things come to you that are not available for everybody. If you are in your work field, you will have financial secrets, because we have the money card here. So you cannot reveal everything here, or you don't reveal everything that you know. Money keeps secret, as we know here. We see this here. It's possible you yourself, if you are already in the next stage of your life, that you are literally an educator, and that you educate things to other people, to select groups of people that are not known for everybody. Then this would put you in an institution for the select few here. This is a higher education, very high here, that we are seeing here with this combination. this could really point to people who are very high placed with this. There's an erudition here. There's intellectualism here also. This is a person who's very intellectual with this combination. Then we have the book and the fish here. The book and the fish here, if you do business affair and you are a teacher, it points probably that you practice what you preach. This is what we are seeing here. We can educate ourselves more. We learn about business here. This is what we are seeing here. You know a lot about finances. Also, this points to illegal money, that we are able to work with illegal money. Maybe we work with illegal money from certain institutions. This is possible also, but you will do your marketing study. This is what we see here. There are secret bank accounts here also. We learn how to swim in the financial world here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you will try to educate yourself as good as possible, and even more, even if it costs money to get additional knowledge, you will. Maybe you do some additional study, or your education is very expensive or was very expensive. Then we have the second vertical line. We have the tree, the clovers, and the stork. The tree and the clovers, it points that positive events unfold in our life. We are following the path that we need to go, and this will be, as I said, a path of changes. Will need to have to adjust in our path as we go. Even though we worked out a plan, business plan, or whatever plan, we will need to adjust. The stork requires adjustments, and the fox is able to adjust. So you will need to, if you think you have made a 5-year or a 10-year plan, probably you will need to make adjustments here. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, if we had health issues, but I don't see them here, it points also that our health is improving, or whatever health issues there were, but I don't see necessarily health issues here. Anyway, there's a lot of opportunities here that are coming to us. We have duties also that we take care of. Again, here I see here there is risky opportunities that we are about to take, but see, you can back yourself up. We already saw this here. Then we have the clovers and the stork here. There are positive changes. If we made some bad investments before, or we had some bad habits before, we will take distance from these bad habits, because this points also to a change in habits. You are really having the chance here to transform yourself. The transformation will go slow, but you will able to transform. You will see, if you see the right signs, or if you watch the right signs, there is a transformation here. There's a stroke of luck here. Your luck is about to change here in a slow way. Anyway, we see here also there is a deep longing here to discover your inner nature. What is your potential? This is what we are seeing here. Then we go for the bear, the child, and the fox. The bear and the child here, it points, if we are not the one in charge, if we change job, we'll see here that somebody new, authoritative, a new boss comes in our life. This person might be already rooted, he might be experienced, he might be a little bit distanced from us, because this is the higher echelon. If this is not you, it's somebody, a new boss that is coming to you, but it's possible it's you also. We do a general reading here, so we need to cover several angles here. Anyway, it's possible that if you change job, you're experienced in the field, and you need to follow your intuition. Sometimes you will really need to follow what you think is right. And sometimes the innocent gamble, as we say, it can be the right one. But since you have a lot of knowledge, it's more like, as we saw earlier, an educated guess. This is what we are seeing here. But in some professions, this is needed. But as I said, be careful that you can back up. If you have children yourself, this is a different angle. It's possible here with this combination, it's possible that our children are growing up. This is what we are seeing. They become more independent. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This points sometimes to motherhood and fatherhood, because the bear represents the parent here also. This is what we are seeing here. If we are more matured in age already, it's possible that one of our parents, or our parents, have able to have sometimes difficulties in thinking. Sometimes they cannot think so clear anymore. Maybe they are already matured or older, and sometimes their thoughts are a little bit clouded. This is possible sometimes with some people. If they grow older, you understand here what I mean here. It's possible that you are now the one who need to act fatherly towards a parent, because maybe they're becoming more dependent. This is what we are seeing here. In some cases, this can point to dementia, that our parents could really get dement, or that their mind is not working clear anymore, as I said here. But of course, it will not work on everybody. This is a parent-child relationship. One gets older and the one grows. It's like the natural circle here of life that we are seeing. Then we have the child and the fox. The child is and the fox. It's a very good combination if we play it smart. Meaning if we do a new start, a new job, there could be some trickiness. Somebody in charge, if you have a boss, will try to manipulate you or try to manage you. So you will need to play it smart, and you will need to keep your structure. So it's best here to keep this distance. Don't come too close, just keep your distance. And that's the right way to handle the manager. If you come too close, it's not such a good idea here. This is what we are seeing. We can act innocent, but we can keep our distance here. This is what we are seeing. It's possible that this is the beginning of a new job here, but as I said, be careful of the people in charge there. Anyway, it's possible that you need to build yourself up, that in the beginning you have a weak defense there because you're new there. You need to still develop a certain identity there in the job. This is what we are seeing here. We are very fast here to learn the tricks of the trade. It's possible that this person in charge, he knows the tricks of the trade, but it doesn't mean we cannot keep our distance. He will teach you the tricks of the trade here. This is what we are seeing here, and you can really involve yourself here. Probably sometimes you will need to defend your own innocence here. But here we see somebody with pure motives. This person wants to work and he has pure motives here. This is what we see. Then we have the tower, the clovers, and the fox. It's possible here, as I said earlier, that sometimes you need to work alone in your business here. Anyway, if you have contact with certain authorities, if you play it smart, even if things go difficult, they will go your way because you have the clovers here. So if you need certain authorizations or whatever, or you have material wishes, this will go, excuse me, in a positive way, especially in the work front. If you want, with this combination, you can achieve really your goals here. Your success is in your grasp here, but you will need to play it smart and slowly grow on here. You will see also that even though this manager, he's trying to maybe to steer you in a direction, you will also get a lot of opportunities. Here, this is what we are seeing here. If you want, you can control the situation in a different way, but you will need to play it smart here. Anyway, there's also here a chance. What is connected here to this is that there is an opportunity for you, for yourself, to come in power. It's possible with this combination, if it's offered to you, for some reason, you say no. This is possible also. Then we have the clovers and the fox there. Here we see are the value of our self-worth. As we are growing here, we realize who we are. We are capable for a lot of things, and we can no longer hide it, that we have a lot of capabilities. Maybe we think we are not, and our self-esteem is a little bit low, but as we go on, we cannot deny it anymore, that we have a lot of experience. Here we see a person that is really streetwise here, what we are seeing here. You should trust your own luck, because sometimes this points to a person who don't have confidence in his own luck, but this is not a question of luck alone. This is also a question of knowledge here, what we are seeing here. Anyway, as I said, be careful if you take certain risks, that you can back up yourself. This comes always back here. Then we have the bear, the clovers, and the fish. Here we see that we are able to improve our own lifestyle. There are challenges here with this combination, but also things go very well for us here. If we take certain gambles and risks, they will pay off. Here we see that again, there's luck with financials, there's growth here. Important chances are offered to us here. Here also we see sometimes we are a little bit unburdened because we feel that we are protected by strong institutions. But be aware of that. This also has a negative side, this protection. So you should be aware of that also. Be careful if you are untroubled and you take risks, because there could be some other things implemented in there. Anyway, then we have the clovers and the fish here. Then we see here financially, if we are smart, on the long run, we could really hit the jackpot. This points to a very excellent career. You receive money. Money will be no problem if you play the game smart here. This is a very prosperous reading that we are doing here on the smart, but there is smartness required here. What we are seeing here also, if you have sufficient money, you will be able to spend money on things that you like. Whatever it is that you like here, this is what we are seeing here. We see here a lot of opportunities of profits. Anyway, for Aries, for the Stone Group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 readings that are directly connected to it. And please check out also our monthly philosophical card readings that we are seeing here. I want to mention one thing more. If you are in for a relationship, guys, I didn't mention a lot about relationship, but I see the fox here now. Here we see sometimes this combination, it can point to a woman, because the stork is a female bird here. It's a female card. And here we see that we need to be careful. I mentioned this earlier. We need to be careful in relationships here with certain women in our life. Just be aware that something around you might be going on. There might be more going on than you think of. So look around you here with this combination. Anyway, I just wanted to add this small thing. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Aries, and welcome to the Fire or the Matches group for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for November. The first card that we see here is your person card. So this is the cross. The cross means probably that we have some kind of protection over us. Also, the cross comes with responsibility, and we have the central card here, the fox, so it means responsibilities at work for growing. Anyway, there's we will try to understand our own depth. Also, for Aries especially, we need to trust our gut. We need to have faith in ourselves here. We need to trust our intuition, which is very important here for Aries. Aries has a very good intuition. Sometimes we need to follow this here. Sometimes also we will need to take objective insights here. It's important now we focus especially on the career. Maybe there's some changes in the career and we need to focus on that, or some changes in our job here. It's possible here that certain things are putting pressure on us or are burdensome for us. This is what we are doing because the cross puts pressure on the work here. This is what we are seeing here. We will need to accept these challenges, or we will need to change direction. This is one of the both here. It's possible that also it takes you a lot of energy for these challenges that you are facing here we are seeing here. But if you have faced these challenges, you will come strongly out of it here. You will have a very strong growth. It's possible also that you change of direction and that you grow in a different way. This is possible also what we are seeing here. It's possible that we feel that the workload that is put upon us is too heavy and we choose to take another path. The fox on the central card, the fox is immediately relating to our job, to our work environment. It means that our work is very important for us now. Here, we need to be careful here if we receive certain information that this information is correct. So we need to double check all information that is coming to us here. But if you're looking for a change of job, this is a very good combination. You will be able to grow in this new job, but it all depends on the circumstances that you choose. Then we go in the mirroring of the cards. We will mirror the cross with the rider, the corner cards. Here we see here that we have a lot of opportunities here. The rider is a very intrusive card, very energetic cards. And here we see the crossroad. So we are put in front of a crossroad. We need to choose where we are going here with these cards. New directions here are put upon us, and we can consider certain options. Maybe it's best here with the cross that we move slowly and smartly with this combination. The cross is a slow card, so you cannot rush things here. You cannot be like Aries and just run into it here. We need to be careful. We need to consider things. We need to, even though you have a lot of energy, you need to consider here it wisely, because this could be an important choice here for you. If we are so far and we are able to make the step, and we have incalculated these changes, we can consider here for making the change. We especially here, it's important here to make smart plans, because we have the snake here also, and this points that we need to see that we have smart calculated plans if we move direction. But it's destined to be, but you will need to plan everything very carefully. Also, you will need to limit your communication on the work front if you want to make these changes. You will need to play it literally very smart and diplomatic. So this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, coming back to the crossroads and the rider here. Here we see that we will be able to move on as we take a positive decision after we have sufficiently thought about it here. This is what we are seeing here. If somebody forces us in certain decisions, it's possibly that we are not willing to take those changes. Sometimes the cross, we cannot force the cross, but it's possible that somebody else wants to force you, but it might not be possible here. That we want to have our own choices to act. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you take an alternative route. I mentioned this earlier here, that we are seeing with this combination. It's possible that you see things in a new perspective, or you are in two minds about certain things. It's difficult because the crossroads sometimes is that we are in two minds, so we need to move slowly here with this combination. Then we see the other corner cards, the ship and the tree. These are these two cards. This is all money cards. These are money cards, so these are double money cards. This is very good for long-term business. The tree is about slow growth, and these are money cards. So it's possible that in a way you're involved in some business, but we will focus here on these two cards first. There are certain events that we have projected in our mind, and we see that these things unfold as we thought they would be. We could have material and financial success, because this is finances here. If we do business, this is very good cards also for business, positive business developments. If you are in the alternative medication or alternative healing, this is a very good combination also for alternative healing. We have very good sense about that. We have a very good sense for spiritual work, for healing others. This is what we are seeing here. We could be involved in spiritual work, and we could gain money about this, a lot of money if we want to. This money would be coming to us. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it points also that we need to see that our finances are in order here. This is what we are seeing here. This could point also to a change in our life path. We have a certain destination that we have projected in our head, and probably we will follow this. It's possible that for a short period, your stability is shaked up. Maybe you undertake a business adventure, or you undertake a travel, and you feel a little bit unstable about this. Maybe you decide to relocate. This is possible also with this combination, because we have the crossroads there also. And maybe you're thinking about a relocation. This is what we are saying. But if you do this relocation, just make sure that everything is worked out, and that this is a slow, stable move. just see you make your bed before you go to sleep here. This is what we are doing. But sometimes we see with this combination that things are imported or exported. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this can also point to a long journey, an overseas journey that we are taking, and maybe we are thinking about for moving there. We really go out of our comfort zones here, and we really are a pioneer. Aries can sometimes be a pioneer, and we go in unfamiliar conditions and adventure here. This is what we are seeing here. We could really uproot ourselves here. With this combination, there's a kind of exploration here going on here. We develop slowly in the right direction here, but we could be confronted with some shakeups here as we move, because changes come with, it comes with a little bit of instability. We know that if you change, things come a little bit unstable if we come in new situations. Then we go in the horizontal lines. We come here with the cross and the crossroads. Here we see that we need to take important decisions where we are about to go. We need to choose here. We will learn some important lessons here in our path of life here. This will determine the direction, because this is the direction that we are going in here. We will need to choose between responsibilities and freedom, but freedom comes with responsibilities. That's the other side here. Maybe some choices that we are taking or are about to take are not easy. Maybe there are painful choices. It's possible also that some people go away out of your life, especially if you're planning to migrate or go to another country. So there's like a sort of goodbye here. And this really, we see here that we test the road when we are going. We see how strong we are if we are traveling. We are testing ourselves here. We test our faith, we test our religion, we test how we do in abroad. This is what we are seeing here, because the cross is the tests that we are going here. But possibly also we can adjust. We can adjust to certain things, and we will adjust here. Then we have the crossroads and the rider here. Anyway, there's a lot of opportunities here that we are getting, but we need to consider them slowly before we make the decision. You need to make decisions and you need to make forward, but you need to be slow. You need to be sure that you make this decision, because this could be a decision over the long run. Maybe you're a traveling salesman and you decide to expand your business in abroad or something with abroad. So be careful if you make certain choices, that you have everything correct there, and that you have all the knowledge before, or all the facts right before you step into that adventure. Then we have the birds and the fox here. Here we see that we need to be careful here with some information that is coming to us. It's possible here that some people are trying to lie to us, or they try to deceive us. So be careful here with this combination. It's also possible, but that's the opposite angle. It's possible that you pretend, that you create a sphere and that you pretend to be different than you are, that you make plans for something else and you pretend that you're still the same, but actually you are changing. You're preparing your plan, because the snake and the fox is a combination of making very smart plans. You're thinking about these plans, and the birds are changing their thoughts. So here we see really thoughts that go in the depth. This is really working out a plan for protecting ourselves, and the snake is a very smart card. These are two intelligent cards here. We're making a plan on the long run, and we wait, because the snake is a very smart card. She waits until the right moment. So here it's possible that you put on a facade, you pretend that everything is the same, but actually you're preparing here. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, here we are urged to stay diplomatic and calm. If we are looking for a new job, it's possible that we pretend everything in the whole job is hunky-dory, but actually we are trying to get out here. Anyway, there could be some interviews here, communicating about a new job. Maybe there's some things that are not correct in the current place where you're working. Maybe there's something going on that you don't like. and you want to get out here. Also in the interview itself, it's possible that some cunning questions are asked there to you. So you will need to be prepared for your interview. So see you are prepared, make an investigation about the firm, where you are going, see you know about the firm here, just see here that you are smart and prepared, because the snake likes to be prepared. She waits, she wants to be prepared here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also you have some worries about yourself here. It's possible that some people are talking behind your back here also with this combination, or they literally lie in your face. This is what, and you know that they lie in your face, but you pretend that that you don't know. This is what we are seeing here. You will be very alert and on your tiptoes here with this combination. You will focus on yourself, and maybe you're about to change here, and you wait till the right moment till you can strike out of this whole situation. It's possible if you are in business, this is a different angle, that you wait out the competition and that you pretend everything is fine, and the competition, you give the impression to the competition that everything is the same, but you're just waiting for the time to go into it. This is what we are seeing here with the combination. Anyway, here we see also, as I said, we need to be careful here that nobody profits from us with this combination. Be careful also with money. Don't if you are a generous type of person, be careful also if you give money to other people, because some people around you may not what they seem to be. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also on the sexual front then, because these are 3 sexual cards. So it's possible here that there is interaction with a certain partner, but you have the 2 cards here that are not really good for relationship. I don't say it's good for sexual interaction, it is, but for the love life on the long run, for serious relationships, it's not, because you have them both here. So something is going on here. So if you think, or if you have the impression that this relationship is serious and on the long run, you should reconsider your options, because the snake is tricky. The snake is a very tricky card, and she works behind your back. And here with the fox make plans. So if you're in a relationship and you think this relationship is steady, be very careful with this assumption, because not the things are not what they seem. The fox operates between dusk and dawn, and you need to check it out. You need to look around you. There's something going on here. Here on the business front also, you need to be very careful, because if you think you have no competition, you need to be very careful, because you have. This is what we see here also. Anyway, you need to be slow here. If it's on the job front, this points to a chess game. You points to a chess game. You play the game of chess here. In the relationship also, it's possible that both parties know about that there are several partners engaged for both of you, and that this is the chess game that is going on. Like you're testing each other. This is possible also. So you both know, but this is something also. Anyway, this points that we cannot rush things here. We need to play the chess game. We cannot rush. We need to move, think, like in a chess game. Here, this is what we are seeing. If you're working with documents, with official documents here, we need to be careful here for forgeries. So be careful, double check it. Double check if you're confronted with paperwork. Don't let others also influence you if you have a feeling that it's not real. Trust your gut here. Anyway, in another way, coming back to the relationship, it's possible that you stay in the relationship for diplomatic reasons. You have your own motives, or the other party has his own motives, or the motives that you have for each other are purely sexual. This is possible also. You come together only for that reason, but you should be aware that something is going on. Anyway, here we see here also, if you move abroad, that's something else here. We sometimes need to be careful here for like literally for snakes, for scorpions, especially if we are in abroad, because the real thing could be there. So be careful if you move in abroad that those things are not around you, because in some tropical countries we could really be confronted with those things like a snake or a scorpion, whatever their vermin is there, or you could see that, or rats here. We see this here, so be careful there also. Then we have the fox and the snake on itself. Here we see that we need to be careful for ourselves. We need to think about ourselves here. If there are very deceitful situations going on around us, we will be able to overcome it. We will need to trick the situation. We will need to go around it. We will need to be smart here with this combination. It's possible if you have a certain partners that these partners are jealous of you. This points also to jealousy here. It's possible that a person here talks behind your back here. And as I said earlier, you need to take your time to observe here. You need to be cautious regarding sexual desires. People around you, partners here, we need to be very careful, because it's possible that this person that you are involved is very intelligent also. Sometimes through others we recognize ourselves. Then we go in the third line here. We see the ship, the fish, and the tree. The ship and the fish here, this points to money, trade. There's a lot of money going on here. A lot of money is switching in a slow way here. There's commerce going on, business going on here. We ourselves, we are able to grow slowly. Also on the financial side, we are able to have more business because the fish are multiplying. They are multiplying. Also, again, on the sexual front, it points that you could have a lot of availability to partners. So a lot of this gives sexual attraction. So, and the tree is a female card. So you are attractive as a woman, or women are attracted to you as a man. So there's a lot of attraction here going on with this combination, because the fish multiply. Anyway, coming back here also on money, if you wait on some money here, this money arrives. This can also point to foreign valuta, foreign money here, maybe that is transferred. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination, that this could be global business, overseas business, international travel. There's a journey over water. It's possible also that you make investments with somebody you met, but be careful if you make investments with foreigners. So be careful there, tread lightly, move slowly here with this combination. Anyway, the journey that you are undertaking is possibly quite expensive. This is what we are seeing here, but you will value this adventure. You will go into it here. This is what we are seeing here. You need to take all opportunities here that are offered to you. Don't be foolhardy here. Be smart. Don't be too adventurous, especially with money here. Be smart here with this combination. Then we have the fish and the tree on itself. If you overcome some difficulties in your life, you will be able to become financially very stable and grow steadily here. There will be some expenses that you will have in abroad, but these expenses will be made for becoming more stable. This is what we are seeing. If you're in salary service, here it points that probably you will get a raise. If you have your own business, there will be risks involved, and in the beginning, it might be a little bit unstable, as we saw earlier. Anyway, it's possible also that this is a very difficult journey. Just see if you travel that you have enough water to drink, because in some of these countries, it's very hot. Anyway, this points also that you might be involved with good business, and also old money. Maybe this money comes from old families, family money. This is what we are seeing here. If you're working with family money, be careful here. But anyway, the business could be thriving if you're not reckless. So don't be reckless here with this combination. Then we go in the vertical lines. We have the cross, the birds and the ship. The cross and the birds here, that here we worried about certain responsibilities. It makes us nervous, it makes us stressed. It's possible that a journey makes us stressy because we have the ship here, or we are worried about some financial transactions for money going abroad here. We worry about certain responsibilities that we are having here. It's possible that some news over social media comes to you and it really hurts you. So be careful what you put on social media. Don't share too much about yourself. But sometimes this can point that people try to hurt you through social media. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, we will be a little bit worried about our fate if we undergo all these changes, but this is normal. It's possible also that people are gossiping behind your back because you take this step. This is possible, the steps that we saw earlier. Then we have the birds and the ship. Here we see again, as I said, you are nervous about a trip, a money project, you're nervous about going abroad, taking this long distance trip, but this is all normal. Anyway, you should not be worried because you have very good money combinations here. You just need to play it smart and wait until the right time. This is very important that you do so. Anyway, here then we see also there's with this combination we see overseas negotiations for business here. This is what we are seeing. We see the trip here again overseas. Maybe also there's a real strong wanderlust for going away here. This is what we are seeing. It's possible also, because the birds are nervous and chaotic, it's possible that this all, after you overthink that suddenly you're on the move. Suddenly you're gone. Suddenly everything changes and suddenly you're on the move. This is what we are saying. It's like your departure could be a little bit chaotic. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the crossroads. And the fox. Here we see that there's a lot of opportunities coming to us, business-like opportunities regarding to money. Let's just see if I can add something here. We need to be careful here with this combination also regarding to money, that we don't make errors in judgment related to money. We need to be careful with this combination. As I said, we have the cross here. Think carefully, be deliberate here, be smart here, so you don't make wrong choices or the outcome is not what you thought it here. You should, if you are suspicious, you should be. It's possible also if people ask you to make certain investments that you say you think about it, but you actually don't. So here there are some choices here. Maybe you feel this is not the right way to go and you are diplomatic about it. You're diplomatic and you go around it. You just beat around the bush because you don't want. This is what we see here also, because you want to go your own way. You want to go with your way. If you have a relationship with a certain partner, sometimes this points also to a separation. This is what we see here also with this. You will need to think here about yourself and you probably will go your own way. And on the business front, the same applies here with this combination. Anyway, here, if you do certain business, you have the two silent cards here and the move slowly card here also. If you do business, I say it again, here we are advised to be discreet. Don't talk about your business. Think, say yes. And if you think no, it's fine also. Keep for yourself what you're thinking. Don't talk about your business. Here, this is a very strong combination and you're urged here not to talk. But you need to find out the depth of it, where you are going. So here, we need to see here, we need to be very careful. Be very cautious about business decision, especially if it involves your self-employment here and you work hard, so you don't get in problems here. Then we have the rider, the snake, and the tree. Here we see again, we need to be patient before we move. I just see if I can add something here. If you have very tempting offers, because I think here you will get some tempting offers in abroad. Here we need to see that these tempting offers are really what they seem to be. So be careful here that you are not disappointed afterwards. So this could be a deception here that is going on here. Anyway, here it points also this combination that certain partners or people that you are involved with, maybe a man or a woman, approaches you for certain specific reasons, but mostly these are selfish reasons. So if somebody approaches you for certain actions, this is not regarding a love affair or a partnership intentions. This person approaches you out of diplomatic and selfish reasons. This is what we see here. Anyway, again here we see that other chances are offered here also on the physical front here with certain partners. We see this here again. You need to see also with this combination that if you allow a certain partner or a certain person in your life, that they don't sneak in your life and then they don't go around the roots for making you unstable. So we need to be careful also with this combination. I know there's a lot of going on, so you need to be smart. This is a chess game. It's really a chess game going on here. Anyway, if you do if you do a checkup for medical checkup, and you get the result of your checkup, and you think this cannot be right, sometimes with this combination, it advised to ask for a second opinion or you redo some tests. This is what we see here also with this combination. It's possible here that the judgment here is not clear, or the result that you get is not clear, that we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to a person who can get a lot of knowledge. This is the roots of the knowledge, because the snake go deep. She has very penetrating eyes. So this points to very penetrating knowledge here. If, for instance, you would be in the alternative profession, like alternative medicine, this person really can see to the root of the problem. This is what we see here also. In another way, this is a total different angle now. This sometimes also points to mistresses here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If certain enemies will approach you, you will be onto it. You will be onto them. It's possible that these persons, or that these rivals that you have, they're already for a long time in your life, and they always try to get you. But this time you're onto them. You need to see that you investigate right, and then you will be onto them. It's like this is like an arch rival here. This is what we are seeing here. So we need to play it smart here. And we need to be especially careful that it's not a person who pretends he's our partner. Or he or she is our partner. We need to be careful with that also, because sometimes people they act in a certain way, but it's not what you see. And especially with the snake, we need to be very careful here with that, because the snake, especially with the tree, is a very seductive card. And we have the rider there, and that's the moving. So it means that this person, man or woman, can move in very seductive ways. The snake knows. The snake knows how to approach, and they know how to approach until the root. So here, this is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, in another way, this is a total different angle that I'm going to say here now. It's also possible here with this combination that you yourself, you have a certain interest in the roots, the family where you come from, and you investigate this. This is possible also. Anyway, if you have set your goals here, if you know your target, you will be very difficult to bring off your target here. This is very diplomatic and a person who knows what he wants to go for it. Then we go in the cross. I see if I can add something more here, the cross and the fox and the tree. We see again here that we need to be careful here, obligations. We see here more. We do a tryout. This is then a tryout for a new job here that is coming to us. I've already mentioned it. In a way, I didn't mention it, this can also sometimes point to meditation or praying. So it's possible that if you are a religious person, you pray or you meditate. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. I didn't add that part yet. Then we have the fox and the tree there. See more here. Again, here we see then that there is possibility for misdiagnose here. So I mentioned this earlier, so check up, but I see this here again. You will need to play the game of chess here. If there are certain difficulties in your work front and you have found an untraditional solution, this might be the right one, because sometimes this points to untraditionality and cleverness. This I wanted to add also here with this combination. Anyway, it's possible that some of the business is operating between dusk and dawn or with different hours. Then we have the rider, the fox, and the ship. Again, here we see the new job that is possible if we do it here. Also, we get news that we are betrayed. Something will come to us and we will actually see that people are trying to betray us behind our back. In a roundabout way, we'll get to know about this information because the snake is in a roundabout way and the fox is smart. So some news can come to us here. In another way, it's possible that people are trying to manipulate you with some messages. So be careful also for this. Gossip that you receive on your phone here, be distrustive towards that also with this combination. Then we have the fox and the ship here. If you actually go on the trip, it's possible that this is a trip related to business. We saw this earlier. It's possible that you are nervous about this trip also, that we saw this here earlier. There could be some issues with the journey. Maybe it's about nervousness or stress here, that you experience stress here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you will be very cautious here. I see this here also. Be careful, as I said, be careful with money, be careful with investments, do them slowly, be careful that you don't get involved in financial schemes. Be very careful with this combination. But if you do it in the right way and you're smart, you play the game smart, you will move ahead. So Aries, for the fire group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are connected here in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Please check out also our short love readings we do each month for the sign of Aries. Excuse me. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.